You've probably heard this story before. A teenage girl is home alone with her dog. She's watching TV, reading, or maybe just trying to relax. The dog sleeps at her feet, keeping her company. And sometimes, when she reaches down at night, she feels it. A cold, wet lick on her hand. She smiles. The dog is still there. Everything is fine. Until it isn't. This is the story of the licked hand. And in one terrifying real case, the legend wasn't just a story.
The version I heard was it was a man.
Yeah.
And he was like laying in bed and his hand was hanging over the side and he felt a cold, wet hand lick him.
A cold, wet hand lick him?
The hand is licking people again.
The hand is licking people?
Nix, we need to, like...
Okay, you guys know what I meant,
Hands
though.
do not have tongues.
They do now.
You guys know what I meant, though. And he feels like his hand get licked and he's like, oh, my dog. And falls back asleep and then wakes up and he hears this weird drip come from the shower.
Oh.
And he gets up and goes over to his bathroom and his dog has been murdered and is strung up in the shower and the blood's just dripping down.
See, I did not hear that version.
No.
And then he goes back to his bedroom and looks under the bed, and under the bed's a man with a knife, a bloody knife, waiting to murder him.
I would kill him first if he touched my dog. I would make that man fear me. I tell you what, I don't even care.
That's the version I heard.
You come after my dog.
Hear that one. That's crazy.
Yeah. I heard like the version, I've always heard it was like a girl, but her parents were murdered. And the dog was like found shaking.
Oh, God.
But downstairs.
Yeah, the dog wasn't where the licking occurred.
Yes. Do you remember?
Mine, I don't even know if there was any murders involved, but I think it was like, where it was somebody and their dog, and then somehow, the dog died or something, just like naturally.
Okay.
I think, and then something was still licking their hand.
Okay.
And it was like a man or something.
Okay. Well, yeah, I actually have an example of supposedly like the classic urban legend of it. In the urban legend, the girl is reassured by her loyal pet, but late at night, strange noises start in the house. Footsteps upstairs, a creak of a door. The girl convinces herself it's just her imagination. She goes to bed, but when she wakes the next morning, she discovers the horrifying truth. Her dog hadn't been at her feet at all, and a note had been left behind. Humans can lick too. The intruder had been in the house the whole time, watching her, waiting, and she had been fooled by the dog's fake presence. So that one I had never heard either.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of different kind of iterations of the same creepy.
Which, given that it's a creepypasta, it makes sense that there's so many iterations because people hear it and then put their own spin on it.
Yeah. Well, so much so that in 2014, the legend turned real.
Oh,
because in Phoenix, Arizona, a terrifying incident unfolded that closely mirrored the story. A teenage girl was home alone with her small dog. Her parents had gone out for the evening. She watched TV and went about her night. Occasionally, her dog would curl up at her feet. And like the story, she felt something familiar, a wet, warm lick on her hand, and she assumed it was the dog. Around 11:30 p.m., she heard faint noises upstairs. Footsteps, slow, deliberate. Heart racing, she stayed put, thinking it might be an intruder, but she felt it again, a lick on her hand. Well, when she reached down to pet her dog, nothing was there. Her dog was in the living room, asleep. Terrified, she called 911. By the time the police arrived, the intruder had already fled, but the investigation revealed the chilling truth. He had been in the house all night, hiding in the attic and basement, entering and exiting without her noticing. He had licked her hand to try to trick her into thinking her dog was there, just like the legend.
I wonder, do you think he read the
maybe
and like took inspiration from?
That's a wild thing to take inspiration from.
Yeah, and like what else? Like, was anything taken? Like, did he like what was his purpose?
I don't know.
Like, just to be a freak?
Probably.
And the fact that there was a real occurrence of it kind of reminds me of the babysitter and the man upstairs / the babysitter and the clown statue, because that creepypasta, urban legend, whatever you want to call it, was started because of an actual case in the 1950s that happened where a girl took a babysitting job and ended up getting murked.
Yeah, and we'll do an episode about that one at some point for sure.
But yeah, just the real occurrence along with the legend definitely made me think of that.
Yeah.
And again, the story having so many variations.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, why the story works, in my opinion, is, it's effective because it preys on trust and familiarity. Like, dogs are supposed to be safe and loyal. They alert us to danger. But what if the loyalty is used against you? Phoenix incident shows the terrifying reality that sometimes urban legends are just stories until someone proves that they're not.
See, guys, this is why people shouldn't have dogs as pets. They should have cats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you could tell cats have sandpaper tongues and humans don't.
Dude.
So you would be able to know a tiny little sandpaper tongue versus a giant gross man.
I was also going to go from the standpoint of like, yeah, Mango will let me know if like something's up in the middle of the night, like he'll come get me, or like last night when my friend came to pick me up, like I had my music up so loud that I didn't hear the knock on the door, but I did hear Mango like jump down from the bathroom counter where he was sitting while I was doing my makeup and like run and start meowing at the door because he heard something. So like he still like has like those dog-like characteristics for like alerting me of things and like wanting to protect, but at the same time you can't trick somebody into thinking that the intruder in your house is your cat.
But it is crazy with like the fact that it's still like mind-boggling that someone read this story and goes, oh, I think I'm going to recreate this in real life. Like, how messed up do you have to be to lick someone's hand?
Yeah, because it's like,
this messed up. Give me a hand, baby.
Brother.
Nix,
I'm so scared right now. Would you lick him back? Is that your thing? Or would you kiss him? What's the situation here between you and
the perpetrator?
The licker.
Dude, I don't know. I'm just on one today.
This we know. Yeah, it's such a... I remember hearing this when I was... Man, it was like one of the first ones that I ever heard.
The first one I ever heard, and I remember that it was the first, was the babysitter and the clown statue, that version.
I don't know if I've ever heard that one, actually.
Which we'll have to go
touch
into
on that on a later episode.
We'll touch on that. Okay.
Brie.
Well, you earlier were wanting to be a monster toucher, so I'm just bringing it full circle.
Nick's exposed.
Clown toucher.
Evidence that I've been on one today, but I'm not going to touch a clown because clowns freak me out.
Okay, fair,
Probably because of the babysitter and the clown statue story.
Fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird that we grow up with like these stories though, because like it was a young age that I heard this. Like we grow up with them, and like they're so widespread that they're still being told.
In different variations, yeah.
Yeah, like there's still ongoing. Is it like a cautionary tale, like sort of thing, or like just trying to scare kids?
Of the stranger's tongue. Okay.
Nope. Veto.
I'm
done.
I'm vetoing that.
Me too.
I don't know. I think it's a lot like Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark or like other like things like that. It's just meant to be spooky and unnerving.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just like a good campfire story.
Yeah.
Which, like, that was one of my favorite things growing up. I remember, like, I used to recreate in my friend's basement, like, a bunch of the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark stories. And I remember this was one of them.
You licked?
Like, no, I didn't. Nobody, it was, like, in pitch black. It was, like, the essence. You understood the situation I had. Yeah. But, like, we used to do that, and we would freak ourselves out. Even just like trying to recreate certain ones, like we did. I remember Me Ty Doty Walker from Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, all that, and it's kind of strange as a child whenever you like your introduction into the spooky things. Yeah, because it'll either like set things like you said with the clown thing, like it'll set fears for the rest of your life, or you'll be like, oh, I'm kind of curious. Like, is there more?
Yeah, honestly, and it's crazy because like there's been a lot of instances of like these stories turning into something real, like the Slender Man murder.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
We don't need to touch on that.
I can't believe that she escaped. As a side note.
Wait, I didn't.
What?
One of them. Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
No, okay. We're gonna take a little sidetrack. Listen.
Okay, sidetrack, but yes, I will be doing Case on Skylar Neese. May she rest in peace.
Yes.
Yeah. So little little side thing. Yeah. No. So one of them got out and was like escaped and was found with this other person, and she didn't want to tell the cops her name because they were found loitering outside of a business because they were obviously homeless. And so they kept asking her in the video, because I watched like the full hour thing. They kept asking her, they're like, what crime are you, like, she was like, I'm wanted. Like he was like, do you have warrants and stuff? And she's kind of like, well, like, and he's like, well, what'd you do? It can't be, hopefully it's nothing like crazy, like murder or anything. And he kept like saying that to her.
You see.
And she's just kind of like, yeah, I was a really bad person. And then he ended up finding out, and he was like, oh my God, okay. Well,
That's crazy. I didn't realize that one of them had escaped from prison.
No, I didn't know that
I
either.
think she was actually at a group home at that point, like to try to like help with mental stuff. But either way, she got out.
Well, that makes a little more sense. It's probably easier to like just get away from the group home. But
Well, I'm glad she was caught. And it's crazy because the person that she was with had no idea who she was.
Yeah.
And so because she kept going like, don't tell them. They don't know. It's like, well, okay, well, don't try to kill someone.
Reason. I thought they both had life without parole, but it turns out they took plea deals.
Yeah.
So
I hate plea deals. I'm sorry. Total side note.
I also hate plea deals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you just need to serve your time. That's too damn bad.
If you murdered somebody, you deserve life without parole, and I believe that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's crazy that copycat murders and stuff are insane, because that's what this strikes me as well. It's like taking inspiration from things to then go on and do your crime. Be original for one. Also, don't do crime.
Also, don't. Yeah.
Don't do crime.
Okay, first of all, yes, be original, but let's not do
in
crime.
categories that
Be
are
original
more productive
with your
to society.
art, your music, your podcast. Not,
but like copycat killers have always been so weak in my mind.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? That's
You
your
can't come up
motive
with your
is
own
because
thing?
your motive is because you took inspiration. Okay, cool. Well, that person would have thought you were a coward and been like, oh, you're copying me. So I just never, and it's never the same. And cops always find you out because they've already gone down this trail.
Yeah.
See, it's funny you said that about like copycat killers and like, oh, that makes you weak because you're doing the same thing as me, because the premise of one of the books I'm currently reading, the one that got brought up last night, Make Me. The premise is that the two male main characters, Rowan and Logan, they're both serial killers and they kill in almost the same way.
Okay.
And that's like how they end up like finding each other and being brought together.
No, it's so strange because like, again, cops will like, they already know the pattern is the thing. So I wonder if like in this case, if that did help at all. I don't know. I wonder if cops would like,
sometimes it can actually throw them off, like if they're trying to already solve a certain case that hasn't been solved and then there's a copycat killer on top of that, they think they're looking at one person when it can actually be multiple.
That's true.
And so it can sometimes actually make it worse for their investigation if it's not completed.
Either that or if it, but yeah, it is crazy when it is completed and then someone goes back and tries to,
then they,
well, yeah, but the Slender Man killer, like you said, like that's very like an urban legend, just like this.
Yeah, that was more like they just took inspiration from the story. They believed that it was a real thing, like,
which out of any of them, Slender Man's the one you're gonna go with. Is crazy. Yeah,
There was kind of a while that Slender Man was sort of a big craze, though. I remember, because like they made all the games about it. Then people were making games about it. They made the movie. There was this one YouTube account that I used to watch right when it was kind of like the Slender Pages was a thing. You know what that PewDiePie played a long time ago. It was called Marble Hornets or something like that. But it was a very like handheld cam type vlog, because that's a video thing, where it was like this guy going through, and he did a good job of it, but it was like he was being stalked by Slenderman, and you could see him start to slowly go crazy. It was like he basically was documenting it from his point of view, and like it was well done. I think people actually, there was a debate if it was real footage or not at first, but like I was like Blair Witch Project type thing. But those were entertaining, and he did a good job of that. And then he like spoke on it later and how it was like a project of his just for fun. But yeah, it was wild how a lot of the internet was like, is this actual like footage of somebody getting stalked by some sort of a entity like that? Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's so easy to believe any of these, and it's hard. Like again with this, like everybody's heard of it.
Different iterations in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I don't know. It just makes you think that there's some really weird people out there.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's some weird people right here too.
Well, not to that level.
It's
weird
a different flavor.
In a good way.
Yeah, you got the Spicy Sisters.
Yeah.
Write that down.
There's another one.
But yeah, let us know, when was the first time you heard the story? What version did you hear?
Yeah.
Like, let us know. Talk to us. Send us emails.
Come on.
Check out our merch. Yeah, come on the podcast. Just think about how the next time when you're home alone with your dog and you feel that cold, wet lick on your hand at night, don't assume it's your loyal best friend. Check the room. Check the attic. Check behind the doors. Because sometimes the predator doesn't bark. Sometimes the predator pretends to be the one you trust the most.